Hello Taurus, my friends. Welcome to your weekly reading. This week we're going to look into what your release and your receive is. So the release can be something that you're being asked to look at differently. Might be releasing a concept on something. It could also be about releasing something physically in your life. And then the receive is, 9 times out of 10, it is something physical coming towards you that could be represented by certain energies too. But a lot of times it is a situation or circumstance that the universe would like to deliver to you, but you need to release something. So we're going to get started with my energy oracle deck. The release. Look at that. Do you see how that released from the deck? The release. Wow, the release here is envy. That's a heavy release. Now, again, here, this is one of the things I run into often with language, particularly the English language, which is the one that I'm most familiar with. I find that envy can be one of those words that has like a really heavy negative stigma attached to it. I'm so envy. I just picture like someone dripping with desire for what that person has. Bad intentions towards that person because I want that. Or, I don't know. I just kind of feel that when I hear the word envy. I'm so envious of you. But what I get with this is a little bit different. It's kind of softer. It's, I think, how a lot of us, maybe we see things and we kind of think, oh, they're so lucky they have that. Or, it's more of a gentle way of kind of wishing, I wish I had accomplished that. Or, we compare ourselves to others, but we don't really realize what situation or journey someone else is on. We can look at someone and, we can look it down the street and go, wow, that house is amazing that they have those 2 new expensive cars. And, what you don't know is they're like maxed out. Like these people have no money to spend anything. It is like credit. Like our perception, we could be envious of what they have, but we don't really know what they have. We don't, right? Could be very cold inside the house. Maybe nobody talks to each other. So it's just often kind of looking at things that we see other people have, or it looks like they've accomplished that, and just wondering why we don't, or why I didn't get it like that, or why it hasn't ended up like that for me. So you're going to release that. That's pretty nice. You're being asked to. What is the receive? What is the receive, Taurus? What is the receive? What is the receive? The receive for Taurus. All right, I'm being asked to say something, so I'm gonna say it because nothing's coming out. So this, the envy card, I'm kind of getting the message here that there might be something that's going to play out for you, where you're gonna meet somebody, or something's gonna happen where it might trigger this for you. It might trigger this for you. So it's kind of like just making you sort of self-aware ahead of time to not be, because if somebody has something that we think that we would like to have, or we wish we were in that situation, whatever it is, there's usually something better that's really more meant for you, more meant for me than what we're perceiving that we thought we'd like to have, that we see someone else having. Okay, so now let's see what the receive is for Taurus. Let's see what the receive is for Taurus. The receive for Taurus. Well, this is interesting. So 2 came out, landed right on my hand, really. One is upright, or one is face up and the other was down, but they felt like they both needed to be picked up. Now, this is a very interesting one. The door to personal healing and happiness and indecision. Interesting. It kind of feels like you're going to be coming towards some sort of situation that's going to trigger something for you. I'm really getting that this, you may not even be in this envy energy yet. I wish I had another word for this. I'd like to scratch that out and put like a whole sentence about what I feel what this really is. Seeing something that we wish we had. Seeing something that we'd hoped we could get. Like, I don't feel like that it's negative, that you're like giving evil eye to somebody that has something that you'd like to have. It's just this feeling. And I don't even think the evil eye is often people intend to do it. It's just like a yearning or a wanting for that. So something, if you're not in it already. And then this is almost like a trigger though. It's almost like a trigger. This situation with this envy, and it leads you. I'm really debating on which side I feel this card sits on, this indecision. To me, it makes more logical sense that it sits here, but it feels like I'm supposed to hold it here. So I feel like whatever this situation is that is approaching you, that you're approaching, that may trigger this envy, just for the sake of a better word right now, it's going to trigger something for you. And what is actually happening is it's guiding you down a path to real happiness and real healing here. But how you go through this door is what I'm seeing with this indecision sitting on the other side of the door. It's how you go through this journey. You're going to go through this door. I don't feel like it seems logical to say, okay, you're going to be indecisive of, do I really want to walk away or maybe move myself away from whatever this is that I feel like I wish I had or I wanted. And then that is the choice to go through the door. I don't feel like it's that. I feel like you make the choice to go through the door. I feel like this is just a little nudge, a little like, you know, just be aware there might be something, a friend or someone that gets something that you really want, or has something that you really want, or accomplishes something that you really want. And it triggers you to kind of, almost like now I'm on my path. It almost triggers you into this energy, this envious energy, but then by doing that, it opens up a new doorway, and it actually becomes your doorway. This is now your doorway, right? Because whatever this is that we might be envious of, it's not our doorway. It's not our doorway. And this person sits in this black robe, this gray black robe, looking out into, you know, what looks like abundance and gold and, you know, bright, clear, sunny days. But the truth is, this is your path. It's not whatever you might, you know, feel that, see something in someone else that you wish you could have or accomplish. Yours is different. And in doing that, though, you get options here. You're going to get options when you go through this door to personal healing and happiness. But there's going to be a point of indecision. So there's going to be some choices for you to make in this door, which, you know, sometimes if this indecision is sitting by itself, or even if it was sitting on this side, which seemed like the logical side, where it is sitting inside the door is kind of telling me it's opening you up to bigger possibilities. It's opening you up to it's basically possibilities. Like, because where are you gonna go? You're gonna go left, you're gonna go right, you're gonna choose this, you're gonna choose that. You're gonna have choices. And that's part of your journey to healing here, because it's part of claiming your life. It's part of being aware of what you want, as opposed to things just unfolding in front of you and just going with the flow. And okay, I guess this is where I'm going now, or okay, this is what's happening now, or these people have done this, so that means I'm doing this, or this is empowering. This is very empowering energy, because it's giving you choices once you walk through the door to personal healing and happiness. And whatever these choices are, either path is the right one for you, because it's now in your door. You're now walking through your door. Interesting. Oh, look at that. The bottom is action. That's my favorite card for Taurus. That's my favorite card for Taurus. If you've been feeling like stuck, or, you know, wanting to take action, or not sure how to move, or what should I do? Something's going to trigger you here, and it's going to make you realize what is yours, what is for you, where you want to go, what you want to do. And then when you make that choice, you really start, I feel like you guys have been on a really healing process with your readings lately. And once you do this, once you walk through this door, it's kind of like the last step. It's the last step, which is also the first step to the empowerment on your journey here with this indecision. In a way, this indecision feels like a very comfortable energy for Taurus, though, to have some choices and then to sit and think about, well, which would be better for me? Would it be this one? or to be that one, because, you know, it's kind of, you know, I say, like, this is my favorite card for Taurus, because I'm just like, okay, let's go and do it. I mean, I'm an Aries, so I'm like pushing you from behind. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And, you know, we might just go right off the cliff and die, but that's Aries. So, but Taurus be like, no, I think we should wait a while. I think we should wait a while. I think we should think about this. Should, you know, maybe we should get some parachutes. Like, you make a plan. You make a plan, you analyze, you weigh out the options. But if you get stuck in that energy for too long, it can make you very stagnant. So there's a change here. This is good choices. This is good. It kind of brings you back into abundance, but also still allowing you to kind of sit and critique it and figure it out. And, well, do I want to do this or do I want to do that? How do I want to see my life unfolding? Well, maybe I want to do that. But then this is my, you know, like, it's a nice energy for you. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that for you. So now I'm going to, we're going to keep expanding this. And these cards make it very interesting. This is the Elki deck, the She-Who. Let's see what you get for the release. And let's see what you get for the receive. The release. The release for Taurus. More about this release for Taurus. Wow, someone else had the same card. I can't remember because it was yesterday when I did it now. Okay, she who unfolds, swath, embrace, and self-care. So you're about to release that, right? It's coming out. Yeah, I said it felt like you guys have been through like a lot of healing. And you're kind of coming out of at least a stage of that to start going out. And then, see, you're not finished the healing because you're going into the door to personal healing and happiness. This is like, as I said, it's almost like the last step that also becomes the first step. It's like the last step in healing, which becomes the first step in personal fulfillment and happiness and going on that journey. And then the other one is she who hopes, love, hope, and relationships. So releasing your concept on those too. Really kind of creating a clean slate for yourself. Interesting that the love, hope, and relationships, because these could be things that you're seeing or something is triggering you on that level. You see people with a relationship that you wish you had, or you see people with more hope maybe even than what you're having in a situation right now. You're gonna release. Something is coming here to help. I feel like something is coming to kind of help you release this. All right, the receive. The receive for Taurus. This one is screaming at me too. So let's see. Oh, there's three. There's three. See, isn't that nice? Get rid of two things and pick up three. She who changes, transformation, change, and enchantment. Boy, this one was out too as a receive for someone else. So there's this transformation. You're going to go through the door. You're doing a transformation. You're going to be changing. But it's this change that feels like it's leading to your personal happiness. The last step in healing and the first step in your new happiness, whatever this journey is. Oh, patience, waiting, and determination. That's an interesting receive. That's she who waits. And then she who whispers. Secrets, confessions, confidant. Ooh, how intriguing. Oh, I love that. Ooh, that's a fun receive. Please share when someone knows who I am. But I'm actually one of those people that's really good at keeping a secret. I really am. I'm actually really a friend who is not so good at that. Yeah, her husband told me, yeah, you can't tell her. She doesn't like, it's just she's so talkative and just comes out. But yeah, this is good. So, she who whispers. You're going to learn a secret. Ooh, look at the way she's sitting in the darkness with a butterfly lit up. That kind of feels like having that knowledge of something. You kind of know something. You know about some sort of rebirth here. Maybe you're seeing your own rebirth too. You're very patient, determined. Secrets and confessions though. So So that's interesting. People will also be confiding in you more when you move into this energy. She who creates is at the bottom. Creativity, originality, spontaneity. Ooh, yeah, you are moving into a very action-based. I feel like you're coming out of what may have felt stagnant in the last little while, and you are ramping up into action. But it feels great for Taurus. Like, it doesn't feel like it's moving super fast, and you're not being given the ability or the time to kind of analyze the situations and make your choices. It's not going to feel like things are happening so fast that choices are being made for you and you're just going along with the flow. Because patience, waiting, and determination and indecision are the two key cards that sit here for me, telling me that you are going to be able to put in the patience, the fortitude, the determination to make your choices. Which way do you go here? Wow, you almost don't even need any tarot cards with the ones that you guys are getting. But let's try anyways. Okay, we're gonna let's just see what comes out for your release. More information about the release. More information about the release for Taurus. More information about the release for Taurus. The Eight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Well, this is a release. This is releasing either movement or communication towards, well, the Knight of Wands is kind of action, very fiery, very passionate action here. These are two really action cards. Really passionate action, like really calming it down, calming it down. A little bit of that playa energy, I want to say. It's a little bit of that playa energy, because it's the Eight of Wands is pretty swift movement or communication, and the Knight of Wands, you know, depending what's sitting around it, it's not always like the player card. But with the Eight of Wands, it feels a little bit like that. At least being driven by just passion and desire here. And if you've been on some sort of healing journey, that might be some sort of energy that is, you know, stepping in as a protective mechanism too. You know, protecting the heart, protecting the emotions. So you are releasing that. Or you're, it's up to you, actually. But I kind of feel like the universe is doing something here to initiate this release. Okay. The receive. The receive for Taurus. Oh. What the hell? There's got to be more to that story. All right. Okay. Okay. So your receive is very interesting. Your receive is the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups, but then the Lovers. I'm interesting that the Lovers is sitting here and you have this indecision, which tells me you have choices. And the Lovers card is all about choices. So I'm going to put that right there. But now this Five of Swords and the Five of Cups are the two cards that came out first. The Five of Swords. Oh, of course. Okay. You know, this is all about seeing things that we think are for us, or seeing things that we wished could be for us, or seeing things that, you know, we wish we had. But what you're leaving here is that, because that creates an internal turmoil. When it's not for us, we all go through it at different points, and then the universe doesn't give it to us, and we're so frustrated, like, what the heck? Why not me? Why not me? Because the universe wants to lead you down a path that is for you. And this Five of Swords is meeting that struggle, and the Five of Cups is kind of like just, you know, things that feel like a missed opportunity. There's definitely, part of your receive is releasing this want or need for something that's not necessarily your path here. It's really releasing this want or need. And that's not an easy thing to do. I know it sounds like, you know, tarot readers like, you know, I just got to release. It's not for you. You got to go find what I get it. Like, because, you know, whatever these things are, if you really desire them or you really hoped for that, it's something that is connected inside you that you're like, well, you want it. Being human is about having feelings and wants and expectations. So that's always part of the tricky journey, isn't it? There's really some serious abundance coming your way, but it does seem to also revolve around releasing something that, you know, you feel you kind of wish you had for yourself. I want to say the universe is trying to lead you to, you know, what it is you wish you had for yourself, but it really is for you. It really is for you. These two cards are all about choices. These two cards are all about having choices. Once you walk through that door, once you walk through the process, it's just the last step in your personal healing, will become the first step in your happiness. Oh, so let's see what the card is that sits between these 2 points in time. What sits between the release and the receive? What sits between the release and the receive for Taurus? What sits between the release and the receive for Taurus? Oh, the Page of Wands. That's interesting. Oh, the Page of Wands. That's a message. I feel like it's a message. And you know what I'm feeling? Secrets, confessions, confidant. Something's, I'm kind of feeling like now, with this Page of Wands sitting here, what sits between your release and your receive, it feels a little bit to me like something that perhaps you wanted, you've hoped for, you felt envious about, I wish I had that. You're going to receive some sort of information or knowledge about it that might change your perspective on it. And that might be the trigger that gets us. I'm on this with you, right? Like that gets you through this door to personal healing and happiness. That brings you down a path where you have choices that you can make. You're going to find something out about something surrounding what you thought you wanted. It's from the beginning of this reading. This envy card has felt like some sort of trigger coming your way. And it does seem like it, with this Page of Wands, there's some sort of communication here. What's at the bottom of here? The Two of Cups is at the bottom. Finally finding like equality. Finally finding what is really meant for you. What is an equal give and take. Okay, I haven't done too much of this little deck. Have I done this one? I don't remember now. I'm getting so bad. I can't remember. Maybe I need to take more fish oil or something for my brain. You know what it is? Like yesterday, the day before I do this, I do the Oakman, and then I do like Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. And then I don't remember anything after that. I can't remember if I use these little cards. I'm nosy, so I want to know the secrets, confessions, and confidant. What are we going to learn here? If they tell us. It's not so much a secret then, is it? You're going to receive secrets, confessions, and confidence. So that's literally, someone coming up to you and say, I have to tell you something, but you have to promise you're not going to tell me. We all know how that plays out. That's why I don't tell anything. I remember hearing once, you know, the little bird that sits in the tree and doesn't sing learns an awful lot about all the birds around us. Yeah, well, you don't say anything. Like when you have friends too and you never really tell them anything. So what a great friend I am, right? They tell you stuff because they know, so they won't say anything. Okay, secrets, confessions, and confidant. It takes years to earn that status though. Secrets, confessions, and confidants. What can you tell Taurus about this? And me too, because I'm really nosy. My God, that's like a lot of cards. Okay, let me piece this together. I'm gonna like tell a little story here. Wow, the Page of Swords. So somebody's been watching and learned something. The Five of Wands, it's brought conflict. They want to share it with you. They found the strength to come forward and tell you. Okay, the Page of Swords, somebody's been watching something and learned something, or will. The Five of Wands and the Strength card, it's sort of like there was some sort of internal conflict for them. They weren't sure how to deal with this, but then they either thought that, you know, it would bring strength to you to share this knowledge with you, or they just found the strength to do it. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of both. I'm not feeling any malicious intent coming from really anything in here. So I think this person feels like maybe it strengthens you for you to know this. And then the Seven of Wands and the Page of Cups, this might make you feel defensive at first. But in the Page of Cups, it just, look at the two pages. You have the three, the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups. This is kind of shuttling you into a very new, very childlike, there's the Fool next, energy. It's putting you on a new beginning. That's what this information is doing. It's putting you on a new beginning. And, you know, the Nine of Wands comes in next. And I kind of feel like that's the point where these cards come in here. And that's the release. This is the release. It does trigger the release. This Confessions, this Envy and Page of Wands. And then the nine is completion. Nines are completion. I mean, the only thing left after that is the Ten of Wands. You just drop your burden and you start your beginning. And going through the door to personal healing and happiness is likely where you hit the Ten of Wands, where you do that release. And then you start that first step. That ace is what comes in after the last step. Okay, that's interesting. The bottom is the Five of Cups again. No, not again. Oh, it was again. It was the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups and then the Five of Wands. So there's something here that needs to change for you. That's, the energy isn't right for you. It's not right for you. It might be connected to something that was right for you at some point, but now you almost feel like you're caught between two energies. And this is going to settle that for you. It's going to settle it for you. I've been pulling out a card for everybody this week from the Journey of Love Oracle deck. So let's give one to Taurus. A message to Taurus. Wow, that came out so fast. The communal dance, number 5. Gosh, so many 5s. Yeah, something needs to change here for you big time, and it's going to. There's going to be a big change for you. And it's okay because the change is taking you to very good things for you. Very good. The communal dance. Lover, you have been alone too long. Your community calls you to surrender your isolation for this moment in time and instead join the cosmic conga line. What an appropriate first sentence for the times that we've been going through. Oh my gosh. Do you know how special you are? So much so that this community would not be the same without you. Oh, I'm kind of getting emotional for you. It's really sweet. Your individuality and uniqueness can only enhance this group of souls that calls you to dance with them. Men and women, human and spirit, heaven and earth. Your community is vast and rich and has much to share with you. Someone in your community will, right? Be lifted in celebration of belonging. Recognize that you are a part of something great. Can your heart grow warm with recognition? You belong. You are meant to be a part of this great dance of love awakening on the earth. Your heart is already beating to the rhythm of the music. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being drawn into a new community that is more aligned with your innate spiritual vibration. You'll feel more at home there and be able to share your gifts and talents more freely and with greater support. Let go of relationships or situations that you have been holding on to out of fear. If they are meant to continue with you, they will remain. If not, they will fall away, creating a space for new connections to come into your life now. This is not a time to hide in what you have known, but to be open to playful connection with kindred spirits soon to be met. Oh, I like that. That's kind of exciting though. And I think it's important too, this came to me as I was reading. This card does not say gossip, okay? Because that is a big difference between somebody telling you a secret in confidence, confidant, right? And gossip, because gossip is harmful. I don't like gossip, but I do feel very much like this is something between you and one other person. Information that is shared to you. And from what I see here, this person feels that it will strengthen your journey somehow. So it's not gossip. I want to make that clear because yeah, I don't like that either. That's not nice. But this isn't that. So there you go. Okay, I want to make that clear. All right. Thank you so much, Taurus. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.